What will this mean for corporates and bankers? A quick summary of what you see.
Yeah, I think the jobs are going to change radically, just given the pace of the change. The days of the treasurer being domain expertise and oversight of operational functions with some strategic decision making, I think that's gone. I think the treasurer is now architecting a operating model that has governance. They're picking what they do internally. What does their ERP do? What does other technology do? What banks and other partners play? And so they're really engineering the treasury model, not within the company, but within the broader market. And, depending on the needs of a particular industry, they might need to be finding adverse media on social media to pull in further analyses. There's going to be so many more tools with AI and different things that really it becomes less about your expertise. You do need the expertise, but it's going to be much more about the critical rigor, building a system, maintaining a system, doing the what ifs about, somebody comes and says, we changed our business model now, we're going to be doing this with our clients. Well, how does Treasury support that? So much more collaborative, much more consultative, much more change management driven within the office of the CFO. For banks, it's really a sea change. And I see this thing that just makes me kind of smile, which is way back when treasury management was growing, the treasury management sales officer was a specialist role. And they came in and they knew treasury, working capital, and they knew all the products. Now the treasury salesperson is at risk of becoming a generalist. They're bringing in all these specialists because everything's gotten more complex. I don't think that's sustainable to have a banker and a generalist treasury management person for a middle market portfolio. So what we're going to see is a lot more use case driven banking. I can add value to these companies in this way. I'm going to uncover it this way. What does that mean? It means a lot more scalable roles around sales enablement, portfolio management, data mining. And I think the salespeople, we're going to start to actually see banks, yes, build out some expertise, but really look for functional skills. Who can actually lead a client, uncover an opportunity, structure a solution using some tools, and lead the change for the customer. Within implementation, that middle office, back office, that gets automated. And really, I'm an expert in integrating into processes and technology, and I'm bringing value into the sales process. So I actually think even as we get more complex domain knowledge, there's going to be a much greater focus on functional capabilities that maybe we sacrificed a little bit on the banking side in favor of domain expertise. These new solutions, you're going to have people with critical rigor, communication, change management, leadership.